Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
The Stock Movers Report, your roundup of companies making moves in the stock market, harnessing the power of Bloomberg data.
I'm Carol Massar along with Tim Stanovic. Let's get to some stocks on the move as we try to ponder some of the bigger meanings of financial markets. With us is Bloomberg News equities reporter Avalon Purnell. She's back with us. Some stocks on the move today.
Yeah, let's start off with eBay, ticker EBAY. The shares are up about 6.1% after market after the online marketplace reported fourth quarter earnings that basically exceeded expectations across the board. And that's a welcome sign for investors that eBay's focus on luxury items and also refurbished goods is continuing to help the company stand out among a pretty large group of e-commerce companies right now in the market. Also wanted to draw attention to the fact that it plans to buy Depop from Etsy, which is a pretty big deal since I can say at least Depop is incredibly popular among Gen Z and younger shoppers.
I'm so glad you said that because as a not Gen Z person, I don't know what it is.
What is it?
The New York Times calls it a secondhand clothing app popular with Gen Z.
That's a very good definition, in my opinion. I bought a leather jacket from there in the past, but it's basically eBay for Gen Z.
So Etsy had it and sold it to eBay.
Yes, for roughly $1.2 billion.
There's a bunch of these types of sites. Yeah.
Yes.
Right? I'm trying to think of the other ones. Yeah. Okay. So got
Mercari, ThredUp, so many options.
Right? There's so many different options. So is that what like investors, I mean, they also gave a good outlook, right? Their first quarter net revenue. So they're kind of on the move here.
Yes.
I find it fascinating. Like they're kind of thinking about maybe their next era.
Yeah, and Etsy is also jumping along with that news. It's up about 15% after market after this deal. So across the board for those who are interested in secondhand fashion or also just goods like Etsy, it's kind of up across the board.
Etsy bought Depop in 2021 for $1.6 billion. Now they're selling it for about $1.2 billion.
Wow.
So that's a little bit of a haircut.
Okay.
Okay,
All right, so watching that one. Let's go to Moderna.
Yes, Moderna. I'm a healthcare reporter, so it ended up about 6% after the FDA agreed to review its flu shot, and a kind of stunning reversal, especially since the flu shot is made with mRNA technology, which has been kind of politicized lately in the current environment. But that being said, I thought it was really interesting that one analyst mentioned that there could be some upside for other companies as well, like Unicure, who has been quite popular given their Huntington's experimental therapy, which anyone who knows about that rare disease, it is fatal in all cases and there's no treatments for it. So there's some investors who are really hopeful that Unicure, also their shares went up about 8% on the news, that maybe this could be a sign that the FDA will also reverse its decision in their case as well.
And those tickers for, in case you care, Moderna, of course, mRNA, and that stock is up about 60% year to date. And then Unicure, QURE.
Yeah, like you said, mixed messages, though, from HHS and the FDA in recent months about mRNA. And we've seen mRNA vaccines, and we've seen shares of Moderna really volatile on the kind of confusion that investors are interpreting.
Yeah, they've taken a beating, especially amongst some critics within the FDA who are not necessarily as for vaccines when you look at the HHS. That being said, like the FDA has had a lot of shakeups in terms of leadership. And so we will see as well, like which way they're going to be turning. It's still unclear.
A little perspective. I mean, I'm going to go where it's obvious, but let's just go there. But back in 2021, Moderna was a $484 a share stock. Today it closed just under $47. So we know how much it has pulled back. It's bounced back already this year, but a long, long way to go.
Can we talk about coconut water?
Yes,
Please?
yes. Vita Coco, ticker COCO, is also kind of continuing along that theme of consumer sentiment. Those shares slid about 11% at the close, which actually moved the stock negative for the year. Before today, Vita Coco was up about 7%. The fall comes after some kind of mixed guidance to a certain degree. Despite having a pretty good quarter, analysts called out like the increased promotions that they're planning to do in the U.S., some potential timing shifts, and also some inventory adjustments as potential mixed signals about where exactly the consumer leads. But Evercore analysts still remain fairly bullish. They said in a note today that despite the complexity in 2025, Vita Coco should have potentially the best growth story in beverages for this coming year, as health and wellness continues to be a great trend in the U.S.
Not a coconut water kind of guy.
Oh, I love coconut
Do
water.
you?
Yeah, but I'll be honest, I'm too cheap to buy it, so I just don't buy it. When I was, yeah.
I mean, we have it upstairs.
No.
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
You know what's going to be on his desk
Okay, hold on.
tomorrow?
I think that's coconut soda.
I don't think so.
We have coconut water here?
I'm pretty sure.
All right, I gotta go.
The Stock Movers Report from Bloomberg Radio. Check back with us throughout the day for the latest roundup of companies making news on Wall Street. And for the latest market-moving headlines, listen to Bloomberg Radio live. Catch us on YouTube, Bloomberg.com, and on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with the Bloomberg Business app.